Hey guys, I'm John. Welcome to How to Build a Life. Today we're going to talk about the new SimpliSafe wireless outdoor camera that I just picked up to tie into our existing system. It recently was just available for with the purchase of a new system, but I got an email about a week or so ago that said you can now buy it as a standalone and then add to an existing system. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put it in on this side of the house over here. Probably right up here, just below the soffit, to the left of the door on this side. The reason we want it there is this is the side of the house where our driveway comes in, and there are no windows on either garage door or this door. The only window on this entire side of the house is this one, which is a bathroom window, so it's frosted. So nobody can see in, but nobody can see out as well. So when we have someone pull into the driveway, we really can't see them. Don't know that if anybody's there. I usually keep my truck parked out here as well, so it'll be nice having that extra peace of mind, having that thing motion activated and all that good stuff. So we'll talk about the different parts of it, and we'll go over the parts that I ordered. I got 3 different parts. I got obviously the camera itself, and then 2 power options for it. I got the 25-foot plug-in power cable, and then also got the solar panel. So we'll take a look at those. I think I know now how I want to do it. I wasn't exactly sure when I ordered it, so I figured let's get one of everything, and then we'll see exactly how we want to power this thing and where it's going to mount. So let's take a look at the parts and pieces, and then we'll get into the install. So like I said, I ordered 3 pieces, 3 components with the wireless camera. So obviously the camera itself, the solar system as a power option, and then the 25-foot power cord as an option. So really there are 3 ways that you can power the camera. So unscrew the lens, and on the inside is where the rechargeable battery will go. Let's talk about the battery real quick. Rechargeable lithium-ion SimpliSafe battery. Again, takes the micro USB, same as the power sources for the camera. So you can see the LEDs on there flashing. I'm a little surprised that it's only flashing on the second. I just unplugged it from inside. I had it on the charge overnight, and it was showing 3 solid LED lights. So I'm a little surprised that it's only got 1 solid now with the second flashing, but you've got 1, 2, 3 right next to the prongs where it actually plugs into the camera. Interesting. I do wish that it had, when you unplug it, obviously the LEDs go out. It would be nice if it had a little push button, state of charge indicator on here somewhere. So the camera itself comes with 1 battery, and obviously the mounting hardware that you need for this. So power options, you can use it completely wirelessly, just using the rechargeable battery inside, or you can see here on the back, there's a waterproof cover where you can plug in either the solar panel, micro USB, or the power cord, micro USB from a standard USB. Now, if you're truly remote and you feel like it's worth it, you can buy a separate battery and then just swap the batteries out inside the camera. I'm not about to be climbing up on a ladder all the time to swap those out. I don't know how long the runtime is. I think there are some other channels out there, some other videos that talk about and test kind of how long the actual battery runs, so you can look that up. But if you have AC power available, I would say this is probably your best option, at least the most reliable. You don't have to worry about sun exposure and clouds and all that kind of stuff like you would with the wireless, or with the solar panel, excuse me. But you may not have power depending on your application. So in my case, I think I am going to run this up through the soffit and into the attic where I know there's a plug, and we'll go over that. But that's going to be your most reliable. It's always on. If the power does go out, you still do have the battery in there as a backup. SimpliSafe advertises 3 hours of direct sun on the solar panel will keep the battery fully charged. I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted the camera when I first ordered it, and I may be getting another one in the future that's going to go in the backyard somewhere. So I'm going to hang on to the solar panel, at least have that as an option for the future. But as far as the camera itself, the speaker or microphone down here on the bottom. I would definitely say probably want to mount it, top side up, which makes sense for viewing of the video. But it's supposed to be fully waterproof. It's got a nice waterproof cover there. If you're not going to keep it plugged in, if you are going to keep it plugged in, it's got the rubberized connectors there. Same with the AC plug. You can tell it's a nice, rubberized connection in there. Pretty tight seal on there as well. So looks well built. I'm glad they're finally available for individual purchase. And we'll get this thing installed. We'll go through the setup, and then I'll let you know if we run into any issues. So again, guys, the plan is probably somewhere right up here, just to the right of that conduit. I know that they've already pulled back the foam insulation up there. I know that there is a plug in the attic. I've been up there, so I know that I think that I will have the reach with that 25-foot power cable to get over to that plug. I'm pretty sure I will. If not, I can always relocate it. But I think camera's gonna be mounted there. We'll run the cable up probably just to the right of that conduit up through the foam insulation, and then that'll be our power source for the inside. But before I do that, I want to get the battery installed because you can run it completely wirelessly. So I want to get the battery installed. I want to get it set up on the app so that I can take a look at the viewing angle and make sure that the camera is actually going to be able to see the things that I want it to see. Make sure that I get the right image that I want coming from the camera, so I don't get it all installed and mounted and then figure out I'm gonna have to move it later. Quick update: my original plan is not gonna work. So just like I said, put that battery in and take a look at the view that you're gonna get from where you think you want to mount it first before you start attaching stuff. So I just climbed up there on the ladder. I added the camera on the SimpliSafe app. Took a look at the view, and because of the angle on the wall, you can see right there, while the base is basically infinitely adjustable, the actual body of the camera is going to contact the wall before I could get it turned far enough to look down the driveway. So my new plan now is upside down on the soffit. That's where it's going to go. And they do have the flip option, the vertical flip option in the app. So you can get this camera mounted upside down on the soffit. We'll flip the view, and then that way we'll be able to get the view that we want, so we can see the entire driveway as well as the side of the house where the doors go in. All right, let's get the hole drilled for the power cable. Seems like a 3/4 inch bit should be enough. Should be enough to get the USB power cable up there. And then we'll come back behind with some foam, some great stuff, and get that all sealed up. So like I said, here is where that conduit came through for the pool equipment. So it should be somewhere back behind all this foam, hopefully. It's down there. Yeah, that'll do. All right, guys, here's what we got. There's where the cable comes up. Down there, I've got an outlet for some reason, awkwardly hanging here off of some Romex. Seems legit, so that's where this can be plugged in. Like I said, I knew that outlet was there. It's really not very far from where the camera is going to be. If I didn't have that outlet, I would probably just install one up here somewhere. I do like the idea that it's plugged in the attic, so nobody can mess with it. The actual cable that's going to come down through the soffit is going to be super short by the time it plugs into the camera. So yeah, I think having that constant power source is going to be a good thing. Having the battery backup is going to be even better. So we'll head down. I'll put this foam back over here, try to seal it up as best I can, and then we'll mount the actual camera to the underside of the soffit and go from there. Okay, here's where we are. We've got the base mounted to the underside of the soffit. So I will twist the magnetic base on there. That's snapped in, so that should be good to go. We've got the micro USB coming out that's already plugged in up in the attic. So look, guys, this thing, it's mounted just straight to the soffit, okay, with the screws that were included. Is it super secure? No. Would I prefer that it was mounted to, some wood or, to the brick? Of course I would prefer that. But you know what, the screws that they sent aren't bad. The threads are fine. It's holding great in there, in the vinyl. And look, if you're concerned that, oh, it's not secure, somebody could come snatch that thing off. Well, guess what? It's a magnetic base, right? So somebody can, at any point, come and take your camera if they really want it. Now, they're probably gonna get, their face on video in the process. So you got that going for you. But, that is just something to consider. So, I would probably recommend putting this thing up out of reach, mount it up high if you're gonna mount it somewhere. And that way it's, kind of mitigates that concern a little bit. But hey, the reality is, like, yeah, anybody can come snatch this thing at any point. But you're probably going to know who did it. So got the micro USB plugged in there in the back. Again, nice tight seal with that kind of rubberized coating that they put on it. So it mounts right up there on the magnet. We'll take a look in the app here and get this thing all situated so that we can see down the driveway. But something like that is what we're going to be looking at. I'll kind of show you guys from the app what that looks like, and and how to flip the video and all that kind of stuff. To be honest, the upside down mount, I actually kind of like it with the cable management there coming up the way it comes up high and then right in there. So I'm going to spray some great stuff insulation in here, kind of seal that hole up a little bit. But that's really the last thing that we have to do up here. I'll take a look at the app and position the camera so I get the picture that I want. Man, tell you what, this stuff is great. Okay, let's talk setup. It's super simple in the app, very straightforward. You open up your app, go over, click on the cameras, and then down at the bottom you'll see add camera. It'll ask you what type, where are you installing it. Yes, it's going on my current system at my house. Battery is fully charged. Let it charge up overnight. It's probably the best bet there. Insert the battery. Got it. Yes, my camera is flashing white. Press the setup button on the back and your camera will start to connect via the Wi-Fi settings that you already have set up in the app. So again, guys, I do recommend doing this beforehand. I'm going to add a custom name here. We'll call it driveway. I do recommend doing this beforehand, before you actually mount the camera, just so that you can actually see what that image is going to look like before you attach the base somewhere and then realize that you're going to have to move it. So it takes a second to connect to the camera, and then it's going to walk you through the actual install, giving you, all the ideal mounting locations and things like that. It's going to kind of give you a quick tutorial on how to mount it, where to mount it, best practices, all that good stuff. So yep, we've got it all mounted already. So we'll go to live view. We'll check the live view, and this is where it's going to actually pull up that image, and just like it says here, it kind of gives you the recommendation to take a look at the image before you actually mount it. So all right, camera's connected, we got it. We can see there it's upside down, so we'll hit flip and change that image, rotate that 180 degrees so that it's right side up. And there we go. Okay, we are live. We can see it. The last thing to do, you click mount camera down there, and again, it's going to walk you through the steps of exactly how to mount it. And then that's it. We are done. We'll go back to the system overview there. Let's talk through real quick some of the actual camera settings that you can do. So if we scroll back up, we'll see the little gear setting up on the top, and then we can click on our driveway camera, and we've got all our different settings on here. So we got picture quality there, we've got that set for 1080. Let's just go from the top here. Motion detection, so I want motion detection on. Sensitivity, it is going to be on high, but I've got it plugged in, so I'm not too concerned about it using extra battery life. I want any and all motion, because if a vehicle pulls in, I want to know that too. And then you can click on different zones down there if you want to exclude those, depending on your application, if you want to exclude certain parts from motion detection. Going back to the rest of the settings here, you can see I've got the image rotated. For night vision, you got two options. You can either use the spotlight, and then you can adjust the brightness there, or you can use the standard built-in night vision. My driveway is pretty well lit anyway, so I don't need the spotlight. I kind of prefer to keep that off, as well as the status light. I like to keep that off. Just if people don't notice the camera, then even better. But that's about it. I mean, you see there you got your siren. You can turn on and off so that the camera can sound the alarm if the alarm goes off. And then you've got a connection check too that you can do. But yeah, I think that's it. Hey guys, that's it. We're all wrapped up. So if you enjoyed this video, if you got anything from it, I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. We're a new channel, so anything that you can do to help us out and help us grow, we greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. If you've got anything that you want to see or comments, please drop them below. I'd love to check them out and chat with you guys there. We'll see you next time.